We're joined by Coach Rhoades. He will open with a statement, and then we'll go ahead and take questions. Feel free to use the raise hand feature or type in the chat. Thanks.
Just really proud of our guys. Just like the other night, I think we came out ready to play. Guys were excited to play in this game. We tried over the course of the last few days to explain to them the rivalry of playing Old Dominion and the history of it, and trying to motivate them for that way. So I just thought guys responded and were excited to play today and carry over the court. Thought we had a really good practice yesterday that carried over into the game as well. And we got a young group, and sometimes we mess some things up, but I think we play hard, and I think the guys played for each other. So just proud of their effort. A good win against a good team, a well-coached team, and we'll take it and move on.
Virtual high five. Well done.
Wayne Epps, go ahead.
How do you assess the effectiveness of the press? Corey talked about, that was the emphasis because ODU hadn't been pressed for 40 minutes coming in. They hadn't turned the ball over a lot coming in either. So just how do you assess the effectiveness of that, particularly in the first half, to kind of get them out of sorts?
Yeah, I think, that's huge for us. Number one, Wayne, I know we want to get steals, right? Everybody wants us to get steals in the press, and that's important to us. We want to turn people over. But a team that runs a really good offense like Old Dominion, you don't want them to have 30 full seconds to run it. Maybe they only have 18 one time, or 19 or 14. And that takes a toll on your offensive efficiency. And I think that's important too. And, instead of being down there and playing half court or quarter court defense for 30 full seconds, maybe it's only 15, so they can't get through all their stuff, or our guys are on edge for 15 instead of 30. I think it all, it's sort of that cumulative effect. The other part of it is we have multiple guys that can guard dribblers, and that you just wear people down and make them just sometimes just throw the ball away or dribble off their foot or turn their back and dribble into a trap and stuff like that. So it's just what we do. I mean, it really is. We practice like that every day, and our guys want to play that way.
And, you talked about you guys really maybe push Bones to become a better defender heading into this year. He has a day like today where he has, the 6 steals. Like, what has made him more effective defensively this year?
Well, I mean, he knew going into this year he had to become a better defender. And with his instincts and his length, there should be no reason that he's not. And he's just improving at it. He's taking coaching. We're putting him on some good players to run off the 3-point line and get through screens, and he knows he has to do it at a higher level, and he's done that. And today he had a bunch of steals, but it wasn't steals that he just made an unbelievable play. It's because he was in the right position, as we call it, be in perfect position on the flat of the ball. Every time the ball moves, you move to be in perfect position. And at times he had, we call them position steals, where you're in perfect position, and because of what occurs, you're able to make a steal. Trey Clark does it as well as Vince and Ace. So, you saw that today with Bones, but he's improving on that because he has it in front of his mind.
Sean, go ahead.
Thanks, Chris. Mike, congratulations on the win tonight. Where have you seen the most improvement with the team during this homestand?
Well, we're shooting the ball a little bit better, right? Number-wise, so that I think that's, we all see that. I just think defensively, we are playing really good defense or better defense for longer stretches of each half, and that has really helped us. And today, I will say today, I mean, these guys know we just can't turn the ball over because we have guys that can get each other shots and get shots for themselves, and if we could play defense like that, not give the ball up, that makes you harder to beat. So I think those 3 areas we've improved a little bit here on this homestand. We got to continue to improve in.
And I would assume that, there was talk coming into this homestand about defending your glass. We had talked a lot about the rebounding and things of that nature. It seemed like it has gotten better during this stretch. I'm assuming that has been the talk, a point of emphasis, especially not only with the guys in the paint, but also the guards to block out and get those.
Yeah, exactly. Hit somebody, then go get it. And I challenge the big guys to go get more rebounds, not just wrestle with your guy, but you could do both at a high level if it's important to you. And then we talked about our guards not leaking out, going to get the ball. We have enough guys that can get off the glass and go with it. We'll still get out on the break. But we got to go get one and done is what we're talking about. We play such good defense and then we give up a second and third shot. It's just, it's losing basketball. So we got to limit people one and done. We got to go eat that ball.
And then it would essentially lead to some transitional baskets, some easy baskets on the offensive end.
Yeah, you saw that today. And great example. Bones had some rebounds where he took off and got to the rim, but also, got the break started. Vince did it very well today. And late in the game, he got that defensive rebound and got downhill and threw back to Bones for a three. I mean, that was a big time play, but it started with one and done and getting, team rebounding.
Any additional questions for Coach? Wayne, go ahead.
I want to ask too. You guys came in, tied for 20th in the country in blocks per game. Had 6 more today. What has made the around the rim defense so effective in your mind? You see, I guess, growth in Hassan. He had 3 today, and then you had guys like Levi and Brendan to the mix as well. So, why has that been such a strength as well?
Well, just number one is you might not always block it. We talk about you might not always block it, but make a miss. So, step in and take a charge, wall the ball up. We call it vertical square ups, as we talked about. Just make a miss, but also don't be afraid to come over and block shots and go after the ball. And we have some guys that can do that at as we say, vertically at a high level. That's why we recruited those guys. Corey is unbelievable defending the rim with his square ups. He'll block some shots as well. But it's also, you're seeing that from Hassan. You're seeing it from some other guys as well. And, that I think it's a cumulative effect. Plus they do it to each other in practice. So I'm glad they're all in the same team for a game. But if we're getting better at it, we've got to continue to try to do it without fouling. But it's something we emphasize every day in practice. Big B works with our guys on that all the time. And you got to be a disciplined defender at the rim. You saw that today.
Then I don't know how much you can get into it, but what was kind of the mechanics behind canceling Friday's game against Louisiana? Was it just a case where obviously you guys were over the game limit, but just wanted to find a non-conference game that kind of fit for both sides to knock off the schedule?
Yeah, well, just when we committed to South Dakota, it was 3 games. So even though we were going to hold off because of the number of games being canceled, there would have been a good chance that one of our games up until that game would have been canceled, but it wasn't, and that's the decision that the administration and I made, and it just had to be made, and we go from there. And we'll play Tuesday, and then we have a couple of days of practice and get ready for LSU on the 22nd. We're one day at a time, so we got to follow the rules, Wayne. We got to follow the rules, and that's what we had to do.
Thank you.
Any additional questions for Coach? All right, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.